Virtual Event Hosting Etiquette, navigating digital diplomacy in modern gatherings in an era where virtual interactions dominate both personal and professional spheres. Mastering the nuances of virtual event hosting etiquette is essential. Whether organizing a corporate webinar, a social Zoom mixer, or a global conference call, hosts bear the responsibility of creating seamless experiences that respect every participant's time and preferences. The art of virtual hosting extends beyond mere logistics. It demands thoughtful consideration of technology, communication norms, and cultural sensitivities. A well-hosted online event reflects professionalism, empathy, and adaptability, qualities that resonate deeply with today's discerning audiences. Preparing for success. Pre-event considerations. A successful virtual event begins long before the first guest joins the platform. Hosts must prioritize meticulous preparation to mitigate disruptions and foster confidence among attendees. This includes selecting a reliable video conferencing tool, testing audiovisual equipment, and ensuring stable internet connectivity. Creating a detailed agenda and sharing it ahead of time allows guests to prepare adequately. Include session timings, speaker bios, and breakout room assignments to eliminate confusion. Additionally, provide clear instructions on how to access the event, including login links, passwords, and troubleshooting guides. Select the right platform. Choose software that aligns with your event's size and purpose, for example, Zoom for small groups or Microsoft Teams for larger corporate meetings. Prioritize accessibility. Ensure features like closed captioning, screen sharing options, and downloadable materials are available to accommodate diverse needs. Send reminders. Schedule automated reminders via email or calendar invites to reduce last-minute cancellations and boost attendance rates. Cultivating respect. Time management during events. Time is a precious commodity in virtual settings, and respecting schedules demonstrates professionalism. Begin promptly at the designated time, even if not all guests have arrived. Announce the expected duration of the event and avoid unnecessary delays between segments. If the event runs over its scheduled time, communicate this clearly to attendees. Offer a quick recap of key points or suggest optional post-session networking opportunities instead of prolonging discussions indefinitely. Always acknowledge latecomers politely rather than reprimanding them publicly. Managing interruptions gracefully. Unexpected distractions may arise during virtual events, such as sudden technical issues or unanticipated questions. Respond calmly and redirect attention back to the primary activity. For instance, if a participant's microphone malfunctions, ask them to mute themselves until they resolve the issue. When addressing questions, establish ground rules early on. Limit spontaneous comments to prevent side conversations from overshadowing the main discussion. Use chat functions strategically to gather input without disrupting the flow of presentations or speeches. Fostering engagement. Creating inclusive virtual spaces. Engagement is the cornerstone of meaningful virtual events. Encourage active participation by incorporating polls, live Q&As, and interactive workshops. Allow attendees to contribute ideas openly but set boundaries to maintain order and focus. Vary speaking roles to give different voices visibility. Avoid monopolizing airtime with a single presenter. Instead, rotate facilitators and invite diverse perspectives. Recognize contributions verbally or through visual cues, such as displaying names on screen when someone shares a thought. Encouraging interaction without overwhelm. Balancing interactivity with structure prevents chaos. Implement timed activities, such as 5-minute breakout discussions followed by group reports, to manage energy levels. Provide resources for those who wish to continue exploring topics after the event concludes. Use icebreakers sparingly, especially in formal contexts. Opt for simple prompts like share one thing you're excited about this week to ease nerves without consuming excessive time. Keep transitions smooth by summarizing previous points before moving forward. Maintaining professionalism. Dress code and behavior standards. Dress codes vary widely depending on the nature of the event, but hosts should always lead by example. For business-related gatherings, opt for attire that mirrors in-person office standards, while casual meetups allow for relaxed clothing choices. Clarify expectations in advance to avoid misunderstandings. Be mindful of nonverbal cues during virtual meetings. Maintain eye contact by looking directly into the camera rather than at your screen. Sit upright and minimize background noise to project attentiveness. Avoid multitasking, such as checking emails or eating, during sessions. Handling technical challenges with dignity. Tech glitches are inevitable, but how they're managed defines the host's competence. If a problem arises, address it swiftly but without panic. Apologize briefly, then offer solutions like switching to a backup link or pausing the session temporarily while resolving the issue. Prepare contingency plans for common problems, such as having alternative presentation files ready or designating a co-host to assist with moderation. Share troubleshooting tips discreetly in the chat if others encounter similar difficulties, fostering a collaborative spirit. Cultural sensitivity. Adapting to global audiences. Hosting international events requires awareness of cultural differences in communication styles, meeting protocols, and holiday observances. Research regional customs beforehand to avoid unintentional offenses. For example, some cultures prefer indirect communication, while others value directness. Respect varying approaches to punctuality across regions. While Western societies often emphasize strict adherence to schedules, other cultures may view flexibility as courteous. Communicate timeframes clearly while remaining adaptable to unexpected circumstances. Navigating language barriers. Language diversity enriches virtual events but also presents challenges. Provide translation services or subtitles for non-native speakers whenever possible. Speak slowly and clearly, avoiding idioms or jargon that may confuse listeners unfamiliar with local expressions. Invite multilingual moderators or interpreters to facilitate understanding during panel discussions. Acknowledge language limitations gracefully, ensuring all participants feel included without pressure to perform flawlessly in another tongue. Post-event follow-up. Leaving a lasting impression after the event concludes. Send personalized thank you messages to attendees, organizers, and sponsors. Express appreciation for their contributions and highlight memorable moments from the occasion. This gesture strengthens relationships and encourages future participation. Collect feedback through surveys or informal chats to identify areas for improvement. Thank respondents for their honesty and share summaries of findings, demonstrating commitment to growth. Offer recordings or slides as resources for those unable to attend or wishing to revisit content later. Conclusion. Mastering virtual event hosting etiquette transforms ordinary meetings into extraordinary experiences. By combining preparation, respect, and adaptability, hosts create environments where connection thrives despite physical distances. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to model grace under pressure. Apply these principles consistently, and watch as your reputation as a skilled and considerate host grows organically within your community.